Hello, I'm Roxanne Manalus, and I will be presenting as a project manager on a wedding planning project using PERT-CPM. Our agenda for the project is introduction, project manager's goals, wedding event services list, area of focus, clients' ideas, ABC Associated, network, and ABC Associates. Introduction. The wedding day is the day where two different people from two different families exchange their vows and I do's. This day is one of the most important days that we can experience as a project manager. I will make sure to do my very best to make this day special for my clients. Our project manager's goals. As the project manager, it is my responsibility to make sure that the project is completed on schedule, that its goals are achieved, and that everyone is carrying out their responsibilities. I'll also make sure that the targeted result is attained within the allocated budget and that the best resources are employed to accommodate the many interests and concerns. The following is a list of our wedding event services. The following are our area of focus. This will be A. Preparation activities, B. The bride and groom and the guests. Next is C. Finalizing invitation, D. The wedding reception catering, E. The marriage legal data. Lastly, the F. Wedding finalization. So here are the client's ideas for their wedding. Client's wedding date, July 11 next year. Their wedding budget, 1 million to 1.2 million pesos. The wedding chapel will be located at Cuenca and Ibaan Streets, Ayala Alabang Village, Muntinlupa City, Metro Manila. The reception theme will be romantic wedding style at Casa Aguilar near the church. Groom and bride attire, including bridesmaid. Inspired photos of wedding rings, bridal, flowers, etc. Here is the picture of the church and the inspiration for the reception theme. Here are the inspired photos of the bride's and groom's attire, including the groomsman's attire and the bridesmaid's attire. Here are the inspiration photos for the wedding cake, the wedding rings, invitation design, and the bride's flower. Now let's move to the ABC associated, where we will see the activity, the immediate predecessors, and the expected time in weeks. A and B has no predecessors. They can be a start. Activity C needs A to be completed. D needs both A and B to be completed. E needs D to be completed. F needs C and E to be completed. And G depends on E to be completed. Here is more detailed explanation of the activity. As we can see, F and G have no predecessors. They proceed to finish. So here is our network. We will compute this using the graph at the top. So A stands for activity, ES stands for earliest start time, EF for the earliest finish time, T is for the expected time, LS is for the latest start time, and LF is for the latest finish time. The activity and the expected time are the first things we must include in each graph. And here is how we compute the rest. A has no predecessors, so its ES will be 0. And to compute for the EF, we will add the expected time and the ES to get the 7, which will be the EF. And this is also the same with the letter B. So let's proceed to letter C. Letter C needs A to be completed before it can start. So the EF of A is 7, so the ES in C is also 7. And then add the expected time and the ES to get the EF, which is 19. On the other hand, letter D needs both A and B before it can start. Since there are two EF, which are 7 and 9 respectively, we will look for the highest EF in both activities. And that highest EF will be the one we will put in the ES of D, which is 9. And then compute for the EF. And this procedure is a continuous process until we get to the last activity or to the finish. Since F and G are the last activities, we will choose which one has the highest EF. And that EF will be the completion time and the finish node, which is 32. After we get the finish node, the next step is to get the LS and LF. Since the completion time is 32 weeks, the LF of F and G will be the finish node, which is 32. Which this explains that F and G cannot be completed within or on 32 weeks. To get the LS, we will subtract the LF and the expected time to get the LS. For G, we will get the 27, and for F, we will get the 26. Since E has two predecessors, which are F and G, we will choose the least significant digit to get the LF of E, which is 26. D has only one predecessor, which is E. The LF of D is the LS of E, which is 17. And then subtract the LF from the expected time to get 9. This process or procedure is also a continuous process until we get to the first activity or the start. So here are our ABC associates. This is the clear graph for the last slide, which also have activity, expected time in weeks, earliest start time, earliest finish time, latest start time, and latest finish time. And of course, we also have the slot, which is to be computed as LS minus EF or LF minus EF. The slot in A is 2, the slot in B is 0, the slot in C is 7, the slot in D is 0, the slot in E is 0, the slot in F is 0, and the slot in G is 1. The estimated project completion time in the max EF is at node G32 is expected to be completed within or in 32 weeks. That's all, and thank you very much.